Three, go.
Good day, everyone.
I am Elizabeth Cañete.
I am Zia Federal Pinaso.
Welcome to our reaction analysis video.
The most pressing and disheartening issues affecting the Filipino people, the rampant corruption in our infrastructure projects, especially focusing on the flood control scandal featured in KMJS documentary titled Katakot-Takot na Kurakot.
Pero ni ha, ni ho, wala pa lang itinayo. Imbestigahan po natin.
The KMJS feature was incredibly detailed, highlighting how public funds intended for life-saving flood control systems are allegedly being diverted or wasted. The main problem resolved around the two major issues: ghost projects and substandard infrastructure.
These episodes expose highly questionable and allegedly corrupt practices surrounding better flood control infrastructure. Our purpose today is not just to react, but to understand the context of this issue and discuss what it means for public safety and accountability in the Philippines.
The Philippines, as an archipelagic nation, is hit by a average of 20 typhoons annually. Flood control projects like dikes, seawalls, and comprehensive drainage are not luxurious. They are fundamental to the national security and public safety. When these projects are compromised, it's not just money being stolen, it's putting the lives, homes, and livelihood of millions of Filipinos directly at risk.
We saw scenes showing projects that were fully paid for on paper, but they were nowhere near completion or worse, they didn't exist at all. Then there were the flood walls and drainage system.
My honest emotional response while watching this was pure frustration and a deep sense of betrayal. It's hard not to feel angry seeing public officials and construction allegedly conclude to pocket money means literally save lives.
News reporters and government audits have long pointed to these budgets. We were talking about billions of pesos allocated to protect communities, but instead, communities are left vulnerable, suffering displacement, economic loss, and even death every time the heavy rain comes. The KMJS episode brought this cold, hard reality to the forefront through testimonies of affected residents and concerned engineers.
The
The moment
scandal
they show on
confirmed
my
the
wading
point
through
that
neck-deep
corruption is
water
abstract.
as a
It
drainage
has real
project,
deadly
then the
consequences.
scenes made the
The
whole
moment
issue
they are
increasingly personal. It's not just a statistic, it's a daily suffering of our kababayans.
For me, the part that struck me the most was seeing the footage of the newly built flood barriers that were already crumbling or easily breached. Its physical manifestation of corruptions, a tangible structure that represents a life, transformed a natural disaster into a man-made tragedy. My feelings as a viewer is one of profound disappointment, realization that every people sworn to protect the public are allegedly prioritizing profit over our safety.
First and foremost, the critical lesson is the importance of public vigilance and accountability. We cannot simply rely on government agencies to policies themselves. We must demand transparency in the bidding, executions, and auditing of all infrastructure projects. Tools like Freedom of Information or FOI Act should be utilized more aggressively.
So, what can we,
Overall, my
as a
reaction
viewers and
while the issue is
as a
deeply
Filipino
frustrating, we
citizen,
are
learn from
also
the
hopeful that
katakot-takot
media
na Kurakat
exposes like
episode?
this one will spark genuine, effective reform. We urge everyone to remain vigilant, stay informed, and demand quality and safety that every Filipino deserves from their government.
Secondly, we learn the value of informed context. Before reacting, we need to understand why the project exists, its proper technical specification, and who is responsible. This equips us to ask harder questions and to distinguish between bureaucratic incompetence and deliberate, malicious corruption.
Finally, the episode teach us that ano, finally, the episode teaches us about civic duty. We must use our voice and our roles to support leaders who champions integrity and who can prove a clean track. Record in public service the most of apathy in measures in the lives of losses incurred during the next typhoon.
To conclude, the flood control scandal is more than just a news story. It's called to action. It forces us to confront the systemic failures that endanger our communities.
Thank you for watching and listening to our reaction. Let's work together to protect our motherland.